we're about at the halfway point here in the abstract golf tournament, and we're going to ask Dan Giancarlo some questions here as we finally get a moment of his time where he's sitting down and getting his hair cut. So we're going to ask him some questions and, get a halfway point, kind of run through, and we'll go from there. Okay, Dan, what's the biggest surprise so far this year and then the halfway point of the season?
Well, I would say some of the biggest surprises this year is the play of about 2 or 3 of the rookies. Cindy Bellino, just after not being able to get in the game because she just couldn't cut it, wasn't good enough, which is why she has the question mark on her ball. We just don't know what to expect from her. She just went crazy. She actually got as high as 4th place on the money board at one time, even though now she's down to 11th, which is still quite well. And then the smooth operator, Don Martinowski, he's just, a lot of times he's just at home tinkering on his house, but when he's out there playing golf, he's competitive. He's got the eye of the tiger. He's just tough. I'm not talking about Tiger Woods. I'm talking about the eye of the tiger, the fierce animal. So, Don Martinowski is just amazing. 4 second-place finishes. He hasn't won a game yet, but in the IBC Open, he came in second, won $40,000. It was quite a feat for a rookie. And he is 7th on the money board. Just amazing. He's the only one out of the top 10 that hasn't come in first place yet. Because of his consistency, he's right there. And another big surprise, Jeff Totten. Who would have thunk it? I mean, in the first year in the league, 2006, Jeff was nothing more than a walking mat for everybody. They would just use Jeff to wipe their feet on. He was just terrible. He came in 27th out of 28 people. Luckily, one of the players that was really terrible was no longer in the league. They were so bad. That was the only one Jeff beat out. I mean, he was just pathetic. I mean, I don't have enough adjectives to say how bad Jeff Totten was that year. Well, then, he started out the next year just as bad, so, we expected that from Jeff. But then in the second half, I don't know, a light bulb came on or something. He rallied to finish 18th in the league, which, some people might say, oh, big deal, 18 out of 32 people that year. But it was a big deal because it got Jeff in the first game of the year for this year, 2008, and he took advantage of that to set a record 14 games in a row before he got eliminated. Jeez! Who would have thunk it? I mean, that was just amazing. And he hasn't looked back. Jeff has 1 first place finish. He's up for every award so far this year. He's got at least 1 first through 9th finish in every category. He's first in the league with $345,000. He's probably already confirmed a playoff spot. Even if he doesn't win any more the rest of the year, he's doing that well already.
Okay, Dan. Well, that was the long version of the question there. Yeah. Next question. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest surprise as far as someone you expected to do well, not doing so well this year?
Well, I would say probably, Dave Soltis. Not that he's on the bottom, but he's such a perennial all-star player. You kind of expect him to be in the playoffs every year. But this year, he has won a game, but he's struggled and stumbled and bumbled a little bit. So, yeah, he's down to 20th, so that's a little surprising. And,
okay, all right, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's enough on that.
Okay.
Now, what do you think it's going to take to get in the playoffs? What money amount do you think it's going to take in the top 10?
Well, I think probably 300,000 probably get you in, but that's not even guaranteed because some of the players are doing so well, and you got so many top players from all around the world in this game. So that's what I think. And the cream always rises to the top. And there's no surprise right now, Rich Sr. being there in the top 10, the money board leader from last year. But, you know, people that are there now aren't necessarily going to be there at the end. There's a long, treacherous road ahead, and only the top ones with the toughest hide are going to be there. Jeff Totten will probably be there. He's kind of shown he's for real now. I think he'll be there. Rich Sr. Dick Hall is second on the board already. I mean, we got to mention
Put your head
this.
down.
How many people do you know at the halfway point in the season that could tie the abstract golf record for victories? This guy's already got 3 victories. I mean, that's something else, and it's just amazing. And another guy that's been playing pretty well, Matt J. Cura. I mean, geez, 7th on the board, or is he 8th? No, he's 7th. That's right. He's 7th on the board already, 225,000, and he's playing well right now. Well, we'll see if it continues. To do it the whole year is another story. I think Matt's been in the top 10 before, but he's faltered back. Whether he can do it for a whole year, that's another story. Well, we'll see. But right now you got a rookie, Don Martinowski, up there, and he's showing consistency. I'm thinking this guy's for real. I remember last year, Ray Boros, who was in the top 10, all came in second as a rookie. He surprised everyone. Jim Fanta, 4th as a rookie, and Bob Muhall, 8th as a rookie. That was an amazing crop of rookies last year. Well, this year we got Don and Cindy up there, and those two are, you know, showing that maybe they're for real. We'll find out.
Danny, tell me some things you've changed through your experience in the first few years of this tournament that you had changed and made better for this year.
Well, I think one of the things we've done is change the 9th hole, which was a little bit too similar to the 11th hole. You had to hit it through the pine tree, and it was kind of too similar to the 11th hole. So we moved that hole over. We left the hole where it is, but we shot it from a different area. Well, now you have to get through the Venus flytrap to get to this hole, and it's quite a challenge. So that's made it more exciting for the fans and for the golfers too, I think.
What's another big change that's happened?
Okay. Oh, the biggest change, the most exciting change of all, which we owe this innovative idea to the vice president of the league, Matt. The playoffs. I mean, the fans are just beside themselves with excitement. They can hardly contain themselves, and it's exciting. I mean, you really have to prove yourself. It's exciting for the golfers too to try to get into the top 10 out of 38 people. You know, next year there's going to be even more people, so it's going to be even harder, even though we are going to expand to 20 players. I don't think there'll be any more changes after that, but for this year, to answer the question, it's the playoffs by no doubt. That's the most exciting thing.